Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a tier list on the Helldivers 2 Warbonds. There's 23 of them in the game at this point. If you're new to the game, you're going to want to determine what's going to give you the most value for your super credits, and I'm hoping that this video will help guide you. I'm a level 150 in Helldivers. I have been playing since day one, and I've unlocked every item in every one of these Warbonds except for the Kill Zone and the Halo Warbonds, which we'll get into in this video. So I'm going to work my way from the bottom to the top, and the very bottom category is called Vibes. These are Warbonds that I think are fun. They add something fun and cool to the game, but mechanically, fundamentally, they don't really change things very much. They're not going to be things that you're going to put in your loadout frequently. So for that reason, they're in Vibes. And starting from the very bottom, we are going to be putting the Halo Warbond. I might take some flack for this, but I'll tell you what, I didn't buy this Warbond. This was the first legendary Warbond that they came out with, meaning that it costs 1,500 super credits. Usually the Warbonds are only 1,000. So it comes at a pretty steep price. I did play Halo a lot growing up, so I was very excited for this Warbond. And I thought this collaboration with Helldivers was really cool. The fact that we're getting Xbox players now is amazing, you know, putting an end to the console wars. But in terms of the weapons and the armor in this, I just think that they're beat out by things that have already previously been released. So if you're buying it, maybe you're buying it because you're an Xbox player, you're coming into the game, or you just like the drip, but it's not a game changer, so it goes right at the bottom for me. After Halo, we're going to put in Killzone. If you're like me and you've been playing this game for a while, when they came out with this Warbond, you already had half the stuff in it because they gave it away. So the armor, the plasma rifle. The armor is definitely one of the standouts in this Warbond. The fact that it has the all resist is really great. Other than that, there's nothing really in here to write home about. And again, it's another one of these legendary Warbonds where they're charging 1,500 super credits instead of 1,000. So you have to buy it at quite a steep price. So definitely Vibes for me. I love the look of the armor. It's very menacing, but not very effective. Above Killzone, I will be putting the Redacted Regimen. Oh, that's wrong one. Redacted Regimen. Redacted Regimen fundamentally and mechanically is a bit of a game changer because you do need it for the commando missions, which are a stealth-based mission where you have to sneak into the bases, not get seen by the enemies, and complete objectives. You have an armor passive that reduces the noise that you make, makes you harder to detect by the enemies, and you have all suppressed weapons. I did the commando mission a few times. I thought it was cool. I thought it was different, but after doing it a few times, I felt like I didn't need to do it anymore. And the other items in the Warbond just are not things that I usually bring with me. The C4 is probably the best part of this Warbond, but I think the main purpose of it really is like you throw it on factories and you throw it on enemies and stuff. Like, why would I want to get close to an enemy and then pull my detonator out when I can just from 100 yards away drop a commando and do the exact same thing and blow it up from a distance. So for that reason, I put it in Vibes. I do think it has one of the sexiest stealth armors in the game. The sniper one, which is really, really nice. But again, nothing to write home about. So that's Vibes. After Vibes, we're going to go into C tier. C tier is going to be at the very bottom. It will be Steeled Veterans. Or no, Truth Enforcers, sorry. Truth Enforcers has the Halt, pretty decent shotgun. It's got the armor with the passive where you don't flinch when you get hit. It's got some nifty stuff, but nothing game-changing. So for that reason, I put it at the bottom of C. After that, I will be putting the Python Commandos, which was recently released. The Python Commandos has the Maxi Gun, which is very cool. Belt-fed Gatling gun, basically, that you carry with you. I've seen some cool videos of people killing hive lords with it and mowing through crowds of terminids. Ultimately, I don't find it very effective. You're slow with it. You have very limited mobility, and it's got just an absolute ridiculous amount of recoil on it. Um, so it's got that, and then this Warbond also has the defoliator tool, which is the chainsaw. Um, Again, really great for getting clips. Very fun, but not very effective. A lot of the times, you'll hear people complain about the Warbonds, uh, just that the weapons aren't very good or whatever. But you have to remember in this game, all they're doing is just adding more stuff for you to interact with enemies in different ways. Um, you know, play the game different ways. So it's really just for fun. Not everything is about being the meta. This Warbond in particular, I put in C. After that, I will be putting Masters of Ceremony. Masters of Ceremony has some very cool drip. I love the armors. The armors have increased melee damage, avoid grievous limb injury, and they also have I think it's a increased reload or increased ammo capacity. But the armor is pretty decent. The rifle it comes with is pretty lackluster. The ceremonial sword is great. I like to take that on Illuminate missions and use that to kill Voteless. And it has the Super Earth flag, which was subject of much online debate and joke when it came out. Anytime you see someone take that, it's always a fun time. It's not meant to be like the best weapon in the game, but it's definitely really fun. So I would put that at C. Above Masters of Ceremony, we're going to be putting Viper Commandos. Viper Commandos is great because the armor passive in it, it allows you to basically aim quicker. So like you can look down sight and your reticle will move a lot quicker. This is very effective when paired with things like a recoilless rifle for shooting down bot drops or a anti-tank emplacement on evacuation missions. It just makes the aiming a lot smoother and more efficient. That's really the main reason you want that Warbond, though, is just that armor. I think the armor has increased melee damage as well, but it's really that aiming ability that is the standout feature, in my opinion. Okay, so moving on from the C tier, we're going to go into B. B is going to be at the very bottom, Steeled Veterans. Steeled Veterans has the Incendiary Breaker Shotgun, which is great for Terminids. It has the armor passive where you can throw further, which is great if you're doing bots and you want to throw a 380 into the middle of a big base. You can do that from further away and you don't have to necessarily like get into it to get it in the middle. So I find that to be the most effective use of it. But the real standout on this Warbond is actually just the Senator pistol. It is a revolver that has medium armor pen, and you can take out heavies with it, so long as you hit their weak points. So you can take out Hulks, you can take out Bile Titans. You can do lots with that pistol. So that pistol really is what carries that Warbond to be, in my opinion. Next, we are going to put Polar Patriots. Polar Patriots is great for the PLAS, which is an energy-based primary. You can charge it up for an explosive. It's great for dealing with crowds of enemies. You can kill certain things like Spore Spewers with it. So for the PLAS, I would put that in B. After Polar Patriots, we're going to do Borderline Justice. Borderline Justice is great for the energy version of the revolver, so it has an energy-based revolver in there, which reloads itself in between uses, so long as you don't expend the whole clip. And you get the hover pack, which is great for basically like spanning difficult terrain. You can pair it with the de-escalator, which is the arc grenade launcher, or just a regular grenade launcher, and you can kind of hover above packs of enemies and just mow them down. After Borderline Justice, I would put Siege Breakers. That's the one we're currently playing with. The hammer is super fun. The personal shield is really awesome. It's good for throwing on yourself, throwing on your teammates, throwing on turrets if you need to. But I think the standout in this Warbond is the Trident. The Trident shoots, I think, 5 or 6 lasers at a time. It's great for dealing with light enemies, and it will deal with some of the heavier ones if you hit their weak points as well. And it's because it's energy based, it will charge up between shots so long as you don't expend the whole clip. So that would be B tier. After B, we're going to go to the bottom of A, and we're going to go for Force of Law. Force of Law has the De-Escalator, which is the arc grenade launcher, and it has one of the best primaries in the game, an AR that stuns. I think it's called the Pacifier, correct me if I'm wrong, but I put that at the bottom of the A tier, as well as Dust Devils. Dust Devils has the other best AR in the game, which is the Coyote. It's an incendiary AR. Above and beyond that, it has the armor with the resist all on it, which is great, and it has the Javelin, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I put these two in A literally just for their primaries. They're the best ARs in the game. All right, so above those two, we are going to put Freedom Flame. Freedom Flame earns its spot in A because of its highest fire resist on the passive for the armor. This will be key when you face Incendiary Corpse, which we're currently doing with the bots. When they jump up to you with their jetpacks and they explode in your face, and you catch on fire, this will save your life. It's also just good in general for anything, like if you're using a flamethrower or scorcher backpack, it's going to save your life. So definitely the fire resist on there is the standout feature. After Freedom Flame, we're going to put Cutting Edge. Cutting Edge has the Blitzer, one of the best shotguns. It has unlimited ammo, great for dealing with Terminids. Each shot will arc between groups of enemies. Yeah, like it'll pop the heads off Terminids pretty easy. The stun grenade is great for, there's one particular mission, I can't remember what it's called, but like you have to protect the terminal as like waves of Terminids are coming at it. And if they damage it and destroy it, you have to restart. So if you bring the supply backpack or you bring the armor with the additional grenades and you just chuck stun grenades in there, it's quite effective, and you can complete that mission easily, freeze up all the enemies, and no one can touch the terminal. I also use the stun grenade a lot for throwing at like Hulks, and I'll pair it with an AMR. It'll stun them, and it makes hitting them, like one-shotting them in the face, a lot easier. So Cutting Edge, I'll put there. It also has the arc resist on the armor, which is great. Allows you to play really close to Tesla towers and not worry about getting killed. Above that, I'm going to put Chemical Agents, because Chemical Agents has an absolute S tier item, which is the gas grenade. It is a must when playing Terminids. I pair it with Orbital Barrage, and when there's a breach, I throw a few of these, and then I throw the barrage on it. It has a great amount of crowd control. It is honestly one of the best grenades in the game. And you get the gas resist armor, so you don't have to worry about getting killed if you throw gas on top of yourself. All right, next I'm going to go into S. Now this is the tier you really want to focus on if you have little to no Warbonds and you want to get the most value first. So I'm going to be putting Urban Legends at the very bottom of this tier because of the anti-tank emplacement. The anti-tank emplacement is key for doing evac missions. I usually pair it with a Tesla tower and a rocket sentry and some anti-tank mines, or I take double mortars. Just shooting down bot drops, illuminate ships, heavies. It's great for that, and like I said, pair it with the Viper Commando's armor and just watch everybody go down. Super, super easy. Yeah, really the anti-tank is a game changer. You can use it on blitz missions too. If you throw it on a hill, you can usually take out a bunch of bases from far away. It's super effective in dealing with the convoy of factory striders when you do the higher difficulty of bots. You can drop down on their pathway, set one of these up, put a shield generator relay, and sometimes I even put like a solo silo and just keep one on reserve. Very good for, you can basically blow up the whole convoy with that emplacement. Moving on from Urban Legends, we'll put Control Group. A lot of people sleep on the Epoch, but it's amazing. You can blow up all sorts of buildings and enemies and all sorts of things with it. The backpack is the big win in this Warbond, because you can go into bunkers on your own. So if you are like me and you farm trivial for super credits and you don't want to spend all that money on the credits, I usually just drop into trivial missions, take an FRV, take a teleport backpack, run around, grab all the super credits. And previously, where you needed 2 people to access a bunker, you no longer need it if you bring this teleport backpack. Okay, so after Control Group, I will put Servants of Freedom. It has one of the best primaries in the double-edged sickle. If you pair this with a heat resistant armor and vitality booster, you can shoot, I'm not even kidding you, 4 days. It just like allows you to shoot forever. It has the ultimatum, one of the probably the first or the second best secondary in the game. Great for blowing up buildings and heavy enemies. And it has the Hell Bomb backpack, which again, you can just run into bases, blow the entire base up, blow up convoys of striders, blow up big packs of enemies, bot drops. I've even seen people pair it with the autocannon sentry to make a trebuchet, which is awesome. After Servants of Freedom, I will put Democratic Detonation. This is one of the best Warbonds. The closest thing you're going to get to pure gold. The Eruptor and the Crossbow are both amazing weapons with explosive capabilities. You can destroy bug holes from a distance, factories, packs of enemies in 1 or 2 shots. Has the Thermite, one of the best throwables in the game. You can throw this on heavy enemies, throw it on factories, throw it on anything and it'll kill it, or throw a couple of them. And it's also got the grenade pistol, which is, besides the ultimatum, I think one of the best secondaries in the game. Same thing, blow up bug holes, blow up factories, blow up packs of enemies. It's absolutely amazing. The very best, or the very top I would put of S tier, would be the Helldivers Mobilize. This is the Warbond that, the very first one. Why I put this in the top of S is because it's 10 pages long. It's got a lot of fundamental things you need, like the vitality booster, I think muscle enhancements in it. And you get more than double what you would normally get from regular Warbonds. So this is a must purchase. And yeah, I would say just based on the sheer amount of stuff you get in it, it's definitely what pushes it up to S. Boosters and all that stuff. So that's my tier list. If you guys have any comments, feedback, if you think differently, or if you think this is good, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I'd be interested to hear. And follow me for more content on Twitch and YouTube at Daily Dose of Dutch or at DD Dutch.